Hey guys, video number 24, what is a take profit? Once again, you probably already know the answer to this, but we will go over it anyway, just so we are sure that you understand what we are talking about. Now, a take profit is a complete opposite to a stop loss, as you probably already gathered. It's the level where your trade will close in profit and take whatever profit you have allocated. Now, using a take profit is a very good idea because it allows you to set a predetermined level and know exactly where you're going to get out. So you have a plan, you know exactly where you're getting out, you know exactly where you're getting in and when you're getting out. Because otherwise you can get too greedy if you don't have a take profit. You can get a bit too greedy and you can go, okay, well, I've got to here, oh, but it might get to there, oh, but it might get to there, oh, but it might get to there, and you know, how long's a piece of string? Where do you say enough's enough? At least when you set yourself a target, you know, that trade, when it hits your take profit, it might go 2 or 3 times further again once you've hit your target. And I know that that is frustrating, but at least you've taken your piece of the pie. At least you know that when it hits that target, you've taken it. But if you don't have that target, it can keep going and going, and you know, you might not be able to bring yourself to close that trade because you might think, oh, you know, it could keep going. It could keep going, and that's where greed can take over. So having a preset level and going, okay, I know exactly where I'm getting out is a really good thing. Then you're taking your piece of the market, you know, you're sifting out, say, $100 out of the market from that chart, and then you can just move on to the next one, move on to the next chart, and do the same again. Sift out another $100 from another movement, and that way you don't get greedy. Now, another way you can do it, if you prefer not to use a take profit, is you can use a trailing stop, like I mentioned in the last video. Now, you can do this if you want to see how far you can really go with it. Excuse me. And what you can do is you can, once the trade starts going well, you can just keep following it and keep following and keep following it. And if it is going to keep going and going and going and going, well, you're going to be able to chase it with your stop anyway. So in that case, you don't necessarily need to use a take profit. You can just have your stop there, and you've always got a level where you're going to get out. Once again, you've got a preset level, which obviously you're going to keep changing, so it's not so preset, it's not so predetermined, but you have a limit. So if you chase it up and it gets all the way up to $500 and you've got your stop loss set at, say, $350 because you've been following it but giving it a bit of room just in case, and then it decides to turn around and hit it, well, hey, at least you set and made $350. You could have made $500, but then, you know, you're probably sitting there thinking, oh, but it might go up to $800. That's where it's good to have a limit, a cutout, whether that's in the form of a take profit that's out ahead, or whether that's in the form of a stop loss chasing it. You know, at least you've got yourself a limit. Now, both are good. I quite like the idea of chasing with a stop loss because you know, you can go a lot further with it, basically. There's a lot less of a limitation. When you place a target, a take profit, you know exactly where you're getting at, but with a stop, you can keep following it.